or a warrior?
No. I'm an assistant pig keeper.
Oh, what a pity.
Welcome back to the VHS Vault. I am VHSJase. Next to me is the great Jason Roy Gaston.
With
and
some
Jason's...
munchies and crunchies. Wow, process. Oh,
As
wait,
you know,
we got our
Jason...
streams crossed. Sorry.
As you know, Jason's a big animation fan. He's a big believer in animation. He was delighted when he had an opportunity to put another animated film in there. So I was like, you know what? I need a break. I like super happy, positive animation. Fills my soul full of joy. So, Jason, what film did you make me watch this week?
We're watching a satanic monstrosity that almost killed Disney. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the Black Cauldron? Oh, my God.
Oh, boy. Like, this is, for anyone born in Generation X, there's a little bit of, I feel, a suppression with this film in the sense you block stuff out of your mind in this film. And I was horrifically reminded how this film even made the light of day under the Disney banner in 1985 is shocking beyond belief. Because this has truly terrifying moments, this animated film.
And apparently it was more terrifying than the product we got, because Disney basically took it in the back room, got out a machete and said, oh, this is not going to work, and started just chopping it up. So yeah, and you can definitely tell where the scenes are excised in this movie. You can tell.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a certain sequence that you can tell that they cut a chunk out of. And yeah, you know what I didn't know though? I didn't know this was actually, there was source material to this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This was actually based on some books called The Chronicles of Priadon, series of novels.
Yes.
So,
apparently it is a series of novels based on Welsh mythology, written by Ted Berman and Richie Rich.
You know what? I was going
Richie Rich?
Yeah, and Richard Rich.
Oh,
what else is going to do with his money, right? Let's invest it in coming out with a whole new series of books.
Gonna make a Disney movie that'll make them sweat.
Can I just do a shout out to the Family Guy cutaway of Peter Griffin diving in the Scrooge McDuck's pit of coins? And they rightfully show how he just breaks all his limbs and just crushes himself.
You know,
I know it's different than Richie Rich, but
in the original DuckTales, they did something like that where Scrooge McDuck like dives into the money, and then Huey, Dewey, and Louie jump in after him, and they just kind of go, wow! Oh, how does he do
it? This was based on a series of books, because one of the things that I was going to rip into about this film, and there's probably is some thievery going on, but I was like, did they just like rip parts of Lord of the Rings, Chronicles of Narnia, and just kind of smash it together? And there's definitely elements of that, but knowing it was based on literally books. What was that? I didn't hear you then.
Aren't all books literary?
Yeah, that's your kind of, yeah. Either way, it's early morning here, all right? It's still mid-morning. No. So I was surprised. Weird. Yeah, our countries. We're just weird people. I'm more weird. Yeah, but I tell you what, after rewatching it again, and you can tell it's been cut to pieces, I like it. There are elements that you could tell if it was reworked, would be a really great live adaptation.
I completely agree. I think that there's now, I'm not going to sit here and say it's a classic. I'm not going to say it's a masterpiece, because it is not.
No.
But it is enough, I think. And you can definitely tell where they were trying to break new grounds, but Disney kept pulling them backwards. It's trying to be something new and different, and they're not letting it be. They're trying to break convention, and yet they're chained by it at the same time. I'm just going to give you my biggest example, the cute sidekicks.
Yes.
Gurgi. Okay. Gurgi is literally the worst. He is the worst. I hated him in every scene he was in. And whenever, spoiler alert, whenever he sacrifices himself to the Black Cauldron, I was just like, go. Go.
They're good.
Do it already. Do it.
I like it's clearly a Gollum kind of very similar to a Gollum character from Lord of the Rings. That's one of the examples I was going to use as a similarity to what J.R.R. Tolkien was doing, was that character. But yeah, he was an annoying. Because it's weird, because this film, the sidekick you think is the pig. And we literally go through half the film with the pig.
Yep.
And then it's like, see you, pig. See you back at the farm.
Look at me. I make better stuffies. Look at me. I'm a Tory. And then of course, there's, the Horn King, who is a great villain, by the way, like super duper scary. And
one of the big strengths.
And then he has a cute little sidekick, too, in the form of Creeper. Oh, my God. It's like, hey, here's this great gothic fantasy that Disney's made with this beautiful animation that has so much character to it, and a couple of cute sidekicks to ruin literally every scene they're in.
They are.
Oh,
well, now I'm going to go.
The whole land is about to be swallowed by darkness, and I feel this pit in my soul. Oh, what should I do? I think you should get some munches and crunches. Look at me, I poo-pooed my pants.
Yeah, it's a bit like that, and it's so Gollum-like in the sense of, like, it's even designed. They went, well, we can't have him looking frail and goblin-like. Let's just cover him in fur. If you shaved him, he probably looks exactly like Gollum.
Well, I don't want to think about what a shaved Gurgi looks like. I really
Can I just say, though, I think you went... I'm going to read this out, because this is what you sent me afterwards, and you've kind of mentioned it, but
I don't remember what I send out.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to read it out from the chat, because
you.
I think these are really good comments, so that's why I want to get them out again. Because it's like, we know you fluked it with the really great comments, but I'm going to read them out anyway. No, the Black Cauldron is simultaneously ahead of its time and stuck in the past. And I think that's a huge comment. And that explains a lot of things about this film. Not only the visual style, because they're trapped in a 1950s Sleeping Beauty style of animation. And they want to do something a bit different. And you can see them trying, but they don't. And then it's in its idea. Like the ideas of the film itself. They pull it back because they're constricted about what Disney, in their mind, what was going to be acceptable for the audience. So I thought that was a really great moment. So desperate to break with tradition and constrain paradox. It is a fascinating paradox. And that went on for years at Disney around this period. Yeah, they were struggling in the late 70s, 80s.
Yeah,
in regards to how it was going to evolve.
Yeah, this area, the 70s and 80s was the twilight of what do they call them? The 9 old men at Disney.
Yeah,
the old guard just slowly fading away, but they had so much power back then. I think that they were even trying to interfere in movies, and I could be getting this completely wrong since going off the top of my head. I think that they were even interfering in movies like The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast, because, well, that's just not the way we do things here at Disney. And that's what I can see and hear happening behind the scenes of the Black Cauldron. Well, that's just not the way we do things here at Disney. I don't know why that turns into, that was Jiminy Cricket. Hey there, Pinocchio, I'm on your shoulder. Quit trying to hit me with a hammer.
Do you think...
Because Pinocchio kills Jiminy Cricket with a hammer in the book, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, he kills him with a hammer. He goes...
Do you think Jimmy
listen to your conscience?
I mean, if I was Jimmy Stewart, I would have got my lawyers on that so quickly. Because that's who Jiminy Cricket is.
Pinocchio, don't you think you should use your conscience, Pinocchio? Every time you use your conscience, an angel gets its wings. Are you turning into a donkey, Pinocchio? I'm getting out of here. What the hell is with this?
I would have got a lawyer. The other comment I did want to read.
What is he going to sue him? What is he going to sue him for, though? Really? It's like, I'm sorry that your name is somewhat similar to this bug's.
And his physique. Yeah. His body language.
Hedy Lamarr.
It'd be stretched.
Hedy Lamarr sued Mel Brooks over Hedley Lamarr in Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, and that's the great Catherine Hahn.
That is what Mel Brooks said in his commentary, Blazing Saddles.
Madeline Kahn, sorry.
Yeah, so Hedy Lamarr, I'm so sorry that we had someone in our movie with a name somewhat similar to yours. Please forgive us.
People get precious.
Goodness.
The other thing you put in the chat, you wrote, in an alternate universe where animation aimed at adults in the United States was taken seriously, I could have seen this would have been an absolute classic on the same level as heavy metal. And I think that's what you're kind of getting at here, is the fact that because of the constraints, you could see those elements of a really wonderful adult fantasy story that just can't go there.
And it's so frustrating because there is a literal treasure trove of storytelling possibilities in animation, but the entire industry is just handcuffed because we have it in our brains that animation is either to entertain children or to make fart jokes for adults. I mean, you got Shrek, you've got Sausage Party, you've got a couple of other things, and then you have like the kid animation. Guys, why are we not making things like Ghost in the Shell here or Akira? Because we could do it. Can you imagine giving someone like Ridley Scott saying, "Hey, make a script for an animated movie. Boom, here you go." You know, look at not Robot Chicken. Oh my gosh, Love, Death, and Robots. Every single
Blue-Eyed Samurai.
Yeah, Blue-Eyed Samurai. God,
the other great series in space. Remember?
Horseman.
No, the other series we watched about the robots in space. It went for 10 episodes. It was amazing. Then it got cancelled. We did a thing on it. We covered the whole series. It's on HBO, was it?
Oh,
you know the one I'm talking about.
Yes. It was.
It was phenomenal.
Scavenger's
Reign. Like, it's a perfect example of what you're talking about. Yeah, it's adult themed, takes itself seriously. Away you go.
Yeah, guys. Okay, Americans. We need animation aimed at adults, and by that I don't mean like a cartoon character that says the F word and then has an orgy afterwards. I mean something like fantasy, science fiction, even just drama.
Yeah.
It can be done. And listen, we are getting into an age, and I know everybody's out there saying, well, AI is the devil. AI steals from other people. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I completely agree. But we are reaching an age where very soon, probably in the next 2 to 3 years, you will have the capability of putting together an animated film in the comfort of your own home. And I do think we're going to see just a renaissance of animation aimed at adults. There's going to be a lot of garbage, but every now and again we're going to find something like whenever YouTube first came out. We're going to find gold, and it will be that right there. So,
I mean, it's just part of the evolutionary thing, isn't it? At the moment,
yes.
Like you said, AI is just a combination. AI is really close to humans in our approach to creation. We take all our experiences and things that we've knowledge, and that goes into our subconscious. And then when we create, it's actually a mixture of all that. We're just better at than AI at the moment. But
for now,
for now, we're better at the creative aspect of giving ourselves individual voices. But there will come a time when, without question, it will. Animation is probably at most risk. Yeah, when it comes to AI, if I was an animator, I'd feel a bit concerned at the moment. But here's your opportunity. You grab those tools and you just become a different type of animator. So, and make great stories. Now, let's go for the voice. Let's go for the cast of this.
Absolutely. Let's talk about. I don't know who Grant Bardsley is.
Is Taron the pig?
Taron. I have no idea who that is, and I'm sorry, Grant. I'm sorry. I just don't know.
What did you think? Yeah, I don't know who he is. Thought his performance was kind of average. The character though makes some pretty dumb choices. Like the giving up of the sword is obviously so dumb in the fact that he knows what he's doing in giving up the sword, and so to me that was a hard kind of thing to do. But yeah, I mean he's just playing the Luke Skywalker role.
Yeah, that's really all he was.
That's basically, he's just the young kid ready for an adventure.
Grant Bardsley, also known for Wuthering Heights, the TV miniseries.
Okay.
Tales of the Unexpected. I don't know what that is.
I mean, he wasn't bad. He was serviceable. I mean, he wasn't horrible.
Yeah, this was his first work in 5 years. He was in a TV miniseries in 1980 and then disappeared for 5 years. Came back to did the Black Cauldron. He disappeared for another 4 years and did an episode of Muppet Television, and then that was the last we heard of from him. So,
and there are a lot of unknowns in here playing roles, but there are a couple of notables that I do want to. Definitely, the great John Huston. The great, like, if you know Hollywood, you know John Huston, right?
Yes,
he is basically one of the great directors out there.
Indeed.
And characters, and he was an actor. He's the narrator.
Yes,
but the standout I want to talk about, because I love him, he makes my chest burst with joy, and that's John Hurt, who played the Horn King, and the Horn King, as you kind of mentioned, he's a cool villain. I like this guys.
I like how they kept him in silhouette, because you could tell he was like skeletal. You could tell he was like oogly, but they never, for the longest time, they never showed you his face, just the outline. And I'm sure that was probably like, paint over that. We can't show anybody that. But at the same time, I'm like, that is actually pretty effective. That's really
and I didn't mind his henchman except for the little gargoyle dude. I liked his henchman too. Big, brute, kind of scary, imposing kind of crew. And his plan is pretty simple. You don't have to think too much into it. He wanted the pig so the pig could tell him where the cauldron is. Yep. And he wants the cauldron because that'll give him the army to take over the world. Simple.
Bacon is the answer to everything.
I think I said, so you gave some couple of profound comments in that chat regards to this film. Can I read out my profound comment?
Oh God.
From this, if you don't mind.
Please do.
Where is it? What is it with pigs and animation? Like, and it's true. What is it with pigs and animation where it's emotional torture? Like Charlotte's Web, anyone?
Yeah.
Like this Babe, Pig in the City. Like, okay, it's not Return to Oz traumatic, but it's close. So I have this theory that, I mean, and maybe you could add Hannibal to that, just to show your pigs and trauma. Pretty traumatic for Gary Oldman in that film. Got his face eaten off by a pig. So, you remember the Hannibal, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I try not
never
to.
Spoken
Yes,
about
I remember.
No, pigs and animation, very emotionally torturous. So the pig, all right, and that's what was this. I was actually emotionally connected to the pig because the pig represented innocence. And so I'm watching the film thinking, all right, I'm worried that he's not going to look after the pig. I'm legit thinking, this kid, he ain't going to look after the pig. I felt betrayed when they abandoned the pig. I really did. And I didn't think the film was as good when the pig wasn't in the scenes. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it. Because
it should have been the pig trying to get Taran back. That's what
I mean, because I wasn't down with...
Let's get Taran back. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. And I wasn't down with the fairy Fraggle Rock dudes. I wasn't down for that.
The hillbilly miner 49er fairy guy, like, oh, dad nabbit, let's go down here. I'm like, what part of England are you from?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm from Liverpool.
Yeah, I didn't mind he cracked it at one point and went, screw you guys, I'm out, and just bails on them. I didn't mind that too much. But yeah, like
questionable choices.
Yeah, but when he does get the cauldron, and the cauldron opens with the Horn King, A, it's some of the most exciting scenes, and B, this is where the big cuts are, right?
Yes, because
this is where they cut the
recomposing, I guess is what you would call it. That's where they cut a lot of stuff because I've seen some of the stills that have survived because apparently Disney not only cut this, but they destroyed it. So it's never coming back.
Nuts.
I know. But yeah, I've seen some of the stills that survived and it's pretty explicit, I guess, for the time from Disney. It's pretty grody. I don't know if anybody's done it yet, but I'm sure somebody's probably attempted to at least like reanimate those missing scenes. If they have, I would love to see it. I'll definitely search for it, and if I find them, I'll be playing them right here. And if not, then I'm just going to be looking around like this.
Nah. I am shocked though. We made fun of it before, but I am shocked that Disney left in the moment of Gurgi. And I bet you that was a big discussion point where they're like, we probably can't cut that moment because we need it to fuel the rest of the film. Because to show a fluffy animated character essentially die.
Not only die, he commits suicide. I mean, let's be honest. This dude.
Yeah, let's be honest. He
suicide. Which I'm just like, good for you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But essentially a very cute looking guy. I mean, I was really kind of shocked at it. And even on his return, they spend way too long telling the audience, yeah, the witch has returned him, but he's dead. Because of that scene where he's, Taran's taking his time. He's looking at the corpse of Gurgi. He picks up his limp body in his arm. And you're thinking, I could feel the emotional trauma in the cinema, and I wasn't even there. Like, for all these kids going, I'm going to need therapy at some point now. With that moment. And then, your typical Disney, he makes a gag and he's alive. He's alive.
I laughed at, I will admit, I laughed at the gag whenever Taran is holding Gurgi and crying, and then you see Gurgi's hand like reaching through his shirt trying to pickpocket him. I loved that. I loved that. Yeah. You want to know what would have fixed Gurgi? Australian accent.
That would have been good.
Keep all of his lines. Like, you won't. I want to get you.
Yep, no, I'm down with that. I think I could have done a good job. But give me the opportunity.
Okay, you know what? We're going to redub Black Cauldron.
Yeah.
With VHS.
Fully uncut version.
Yes, fully uncut. Gurgi's going to say the C word about 4 times.
Put it this way. Australians are great at redoing voices. There's that amazing video on the internet of the Australian guy voicing R2-D2.
I've seen it.
Which is just amazing. It is amazing.
There is...
I can't even repeat the lines of that offensive, though.
There is another... person in this movie who is basically he is Disney royalty, and he has a bit part in this movie, kind of like a cameo. Wayne Allwine plays henchman number 4.
Okay, what's he known for?
Wayne Allwine is the voice of Mickey Mouse. Oh boy, I'm helping the Horn King take over the world and rain hell. Could you imagine how funny that would be? Like the Horn King takes over the world. Like, I have finally beaten everyone. Then a sword comes right through him and goes, "Ha! Weren't expecting that, were you? Get out of my chair." That's right. It's Mickey Mouse's clubhouse now.
I wonder if he uses that voice in romantic situations. Because if you're his wife, you kind of go like, let's give it a crack. Well, hopefully he did when he was alive.
Oh, well, he was
either
married.
way. Do you imagine dudes like that?
But here's the best part: he was married to the voice actress of Minnie Mouse.
Oh boy, they had fun on their honeymoon.
Yeah, I think he was. I think that's how it went. So
I hope that's true.
If I'm not right, please forgive me.
Poor kids going across the hay. That sounds like, what are they saying to each other? What's that shadow in the bedroom? This is traumatic. That's great.
Are you ready, kids? Yeah, he was notably married to Russie Taylor, who voiced Minnie Mouse. I was correct.
Oh, that is beautiful. I love that. That's really wholesome. I love that.
It is, but at the same time, I'm just like, what was bedroom time like?
No, maybe they didn't. Forget the bedroom talk. How about arguments? In their marriage, they only argued as those characters. You piece of crap. You can do the voices. They have marital screaming matches each other. You
are looking at that other woman. Oh, of course I'm looking at other women. You don't even touch me anymore. How can I? You're drunk all the time.
Oh, I love that. That's great. But yeah, like test screening of this film. They made this film. They test screened it back in the day. And apparently it And you don't know why they even thought going into the test screening this would be okay. But shock horror, the kids don't like it at all and were scared.
Kids are such wimps.
Like, did nobody look at the storyboards, Jason, and go, seems a bit dark here for a Disney film, right? I mean, you
As
know.
a kid, I would have eaten. I didn't get to see this movie until I was much older.
Yeah, me too.
And it's funny because I remember whenever we first got the Disney Channel, back whenever it was a paid channel, this was what they were pushing on the Disney Channel. Like, go watch the Black Cauldron. Here's the special, the making of the Black Cauldron. Here's John Biner, the voice of Gurgi for the Black Cauldron. Hi, I'm John Biner. Kids, you should watch my show on Showtime called Bizarre. There's bazongas on it. That's honestly
It's also
John Biner was doing the voice of this character. I was like, oh, he's the host of Bizarre, and my mom's like, you shouldn't be watching that show. I was like, well, no, Bizarre was awesome. I'm sorry, it was great.
We should note that this film, as being Disney's always innovative, even when they're making films that don't hit with the zeitgeist. This was the first ever Disney animated feature to feature computer-generated imagery, which was the bubbles and the floating orb of light, that little floating orb of light, which was like Nintendo. You stole that idea for Zelda, didn't you? That's where you got it from, the Black Cauldron. The little fairy thing, which I love the idea of that her little torch that would change light and you know, depending on what kind of light they needed in the room. I thought that was kind of very cool. That they didn't really expand on that a lot. They could have done a lot more with it. It's also, unlike a lot of Disney films, features no musical numbers.
Which is
very
I don't think I could have. I don't think I would have stood for musical numbers in this movie. I would have stopped the movie. Just like, nope.
Well, it would have taken it from interrogation torture to waterboarding at that point.
Yeah, because they would have given Gurgi a musical number. It's like, I love the munches and crunches and
yeah.
Munches and crunches from north to south.
That sounds catchy, dude.
Munches and crunches, the are so yummy.
I like it.
And that's what he sings right before he jumps into the cauldron and dies.
Conducted by Elmer Bernstein, who most notably, he did the score for this film, most notably also did the soundtracks for Ghostbusters and Trading Places. Very cool.
Interesting tidbit. This is the first Disney movie to feature the iconic classic Walt Disney Pictures logo with the white castle over the blue field.
Really? That is iconic. We still have that, don't we? To this day.
Yes, we do. I mean, it's a more fancier version, but we do.
But yeah, we kind of do it. Now, let's get into how this thing went. Released on July 24th, 1985. It had a budget of $44 million. It was in that $40 million magic budget of the 80s.
Where you really got to screw up.
Yeah, you got to screw up to lose money on what they considered the safe budget. Well, they screwed up all right. $21 million at the box office. It made half its budget back, which I think was one of the biggest disasters in Walt Disney history at the time.
At the time, yeah. They've definitely had some worse ones.
And it also, I think, keyed into the end of the old guard. This is, I mean, its film is dark, but it's also dark in the legacy of Walt Disney, because this is, at this point in time, they kind of lost the thing they're most noted for, and that was classic animated films. That had gone now. You had creators like Don Bluth coming out with American Tail. You had other animators coming through doing really great, innovative stuff. So Disney weren't the pristine only studio in Hollywood that were making just great animated films. And it took them the rest of the decade. By the end of the decade, they'd gotten a spark back with The Little Mermaid. But yeah, it was definitely a dark time for them, for sure.
And they had some quality movies that just never hit with the audience. The Great Mouse Detective, which was released the next year, I thought was a really good movie.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
The Rescue is Down Under. I'm sorry. I'm talking Australian here, but The Rescue's Down Under's good. I'm sorry.
And Oliver and Company. I think Oliver and Company, it's not It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. You know, I'm sitting there. Why should I worry?
Yeah.
I sang
But
that.
it really is The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King. That's when we get our power.
Notice
This
how
is the
he skipped Pocahontas.
No, that's after though, isn't it? Pocahontas like 96 or 95?
Like
or
95,
something?
yeah. It was like right
Yeah,
after.
yeah.
Right
After Lion King,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Well,
those are special 4 films.
I always thought it was funny that they thought Pocahontas was going to be their big hit, and like they put all their best animators on Pocahontas, and then put the B team on the Lion King.
Yeah,
Thinking that wasn't as well.
But Pocahontas, I'm sorry, it's just boring.
It's terrible. I don't like it.
It's boring film.
Grandmother Willow needs to be chopped down and burned.
Yeah. But yeah, and I don't know if it's. I'd like to talk to somebody from that community and how they would view that film today. You know, with modern eyes. I can't think of anything specifically, but I'd be interested to see if this is still considered an appropriate telling of that community. I don't know.
I definitely think that we would need an outside perspective for that.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Well,
I like what you said the other day. Not us mayonnaise men.
Yeah, mayonnaise men to shut the heck up, and we need
to talk. But I'd be curious. I would like to learn.
I would love to hear it. I would love to hear it.
Yeah, I would like to hear what they would think of it for sure. Yeah, and I'm sure the Animals and Lion King would go, that's not appropriate today. I'm sure a few lions would have an issue with Scar. That's a stereotype of us.
I'm pretty sure there's a pretty sizable community that would probably have a bit of an issue with the way the hyenas were portrayed.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
I watch that sometimes and I'm like, oh my God.
It's a bit on the nose, isn't it? Yeah, this is
like that.
Isn't this Transformers 2? Like
almost. It's not quite not that bad, but yeah, it's definitely definitely has an air of urbanicity to it that is a bit uncomfortable. Even though I love Whoopi Goldberg and I love Cheech Marin.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have gone there.
Yeah, they shouldn't have gone there. Now, back to this one here. We've said this a few times, I think, on the show, and privately, is this would be my most voted to adapt to live action.
Absolutely.
Out of all the Disney films, it's insane to me at some point where they're going, well, we have a real opportunity here to redo this and actually bring this kind of property into the Disney fold more than ever by doing a live action adaptation that would be aimed at a market that they've been trying for 15 years to keep in capture, and that's young adult men.
I know Disney just cracks me up right now because they're asking the question. No, they're asking the question, what can we do to attract an audience of young men? And I'm like, every time that you put out a movie that is science fiction or engaged towards young men or something like that, you don't promote it and you let it fail. And then you go, why can't we attract more men? Yeah, that's why it's you. It's always like Todd from BoJack. It's you. It's always been you.
You know, it's been their agenda for a long time. I mean, that
should have been huge. It should have been huge. Atlantis should have been huge, but Disney's like, no, we don't want money. Forget it.
So what they do is they buy other studios, right? They buy Marvel, they buy Star Wars, and they think that's going to solve the problem. Even you're right.
Strange World was great. I thought Strange World was fine. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but it was fine. It was definitely inventive, at least.
Yeah. Well, you're right. Live action adaptations. By the way, they just cancelled the live action, The Aristocrats. Just cancelled it.
The Aristocrats?
The Aristocrats was being made.
You mean the Aristocats?
Sorry, Aristocats. Yeah, the Aristocrats is, man, try making that film. The third act punchline is going to be horrible.
Coming soon from Disney. Hey, we got an act we'd like you to see. We're not
that was a great
act. No, you'll love this one. Ha-cha-cha.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh my God, what the hell?
Well, just the setup. The first and second act is just disgusting. What was the Aristocrats is they cancelled that. But you've actually
make it a musical. Make it a musical. See, now I want to do it. Oh gosh, when is AI going to be available to make the movies we want to see? We want to make.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They'll never be great, but
movie,
they'll be.
Aristocrats, the movie, the musical, the movie.
You know what? And you could, as long as you give it that title, there's no copyright ownership over that word. You could make it.
Yeah.
Or joke. You don't have to pay anyone for the use of the joke. No, live action adaptation. This is prime for it. Like I said, Atlantis: The Lost Empire is another one that is absolutely prime to be a live action remake. And it's just sad that Disney won't take those opportunities. They go for properties that they never should have touched. I mean, Snow White. Why did you even go there?
Who was clamoring for a live action Snow White in the first place? Even if they had not made the dwarves the horrors that they were on screen. Yeah. Who wanted that? What test audience did you... Are there honestly children in the world going, wow, I really wish I could have a new version of Snow White? No, you don't.
Definitely not.
You don't. Maleficent, not. Yeah. Maleficent's awesome. But what do we remember from Snow White? The apple? Yeah, it's just...
Well, you know, and the two bigger properties that have been loved that kids, I think, still watch to this day, Pinocchio and Dumbo, they do horrendous live action adaptations.
I've never seen either one.
Pinocchio.
I've heard Pinocchio's
and the thing is, they have all the ingredients there. They've got an Oscar-winning actor who's great choice for Geppetto. Tom Hanks, I was down for it. They've got Joseph Gordon-Levitt playing... Wasn't he playing Jiminy Cricket?
I have no idea. I've never seen it.
But it's effed up in so many bad ways. And then Dumbo didn't need the Tim Burton swing. That's where you think it's going to work, Tim Burton visual style with Dumbo, and it doesn't.
No, I never once thought that Tim Burton's visual style would work with Dumbo.
Nah,
I remember seeing the trailer, and the trailer was pretty good because it just sang "Baby Mine" and it showed like the Dumbo and everything, and I'm like, Tim Burton, what the heck? No. Give him something like he would. Okay, quite honestly, he would do something good with like The Rescuers because it's the cute little mice in a very scary environment, and I think he would do really good. Now I know Tim Burton's like, I ain't working with Disney no more. Yeah. But still, I think that it would, it'd be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think he's done his Disney run. I mean, he's done.
I don't blame him. Yeah, see, Tim Burton needs to start his own independent studio and just say, I'm going to do what I want. Because whenever he does what he wants, he does amazing work.
That's it. And you thought that was the case all the way up to the mid-90s because he was doing independent things like A Nightmare Before Christmas. I mean, that was kind of just done off his own back, as well as that great black and white, from the maker of Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Ed Wood.
Yes. Ed Wood, of course.
Edward Scissorhands is one of the most beautiful, wonderful movies ever made.
Do you hear the story about Gary Oldman with that? He was given the script. He did this in an interview, I saw it on YouTube. It's great. He was given the script and he went, I'm not even going in for this. What is this? I don't know. He's got scissors for hands. Like, forget it. And he goes, so he didn't even go in and read for it. And then a year and a half later, he goes into a cinema. And he goes, there's a shot of all these like houses all the way up to this castle. And he goes, as soon as he saw that, he went, I get it. He goes, I just didn't see it. Because it was so far out, I just couldn't visualize it.
I cannot imagine being a big name Hollywood star, getting a script, not liking it, and then later it turns into something amazing, like Sean Connery missing out on The Matrix and The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. And then out of desperation,
I don't understand. Can someone read this to me?
One day we're going to do the review of a film that I wanted so badly to be good. And I kind of convinced myself the first time seeing it, but The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
The movie that killed Sean Connery's career for good.
It did.
I'm out. No more for Sean Connery.
I so wanted to love
come near me again, I'll give you an open mouth slap to the face. That's what I'll do to you.
Yeah, I so wanted to love it.
I don't understand any of this. They told me this would be the next Matrix. I don't even know what the Matrix is. Who was I supposed to be again?
Smith.
Trinity? I don't know.
Will Smith was offered the lead role. He said, no, I'm going to go and make Wild Wild West because that's going to be amazing.
Could you imagine The Matrix in an alternate universe with Will Smith as Neo and Sean freaking Connery as Morpheus.
AI was going to make that happen for us one day, Jace.
Yeah.
We'll be able to do it. That'll be fun. That's what I would do with
That's
AI.
air you're breathing, Neo.
That's what I would do with AI. I would just go, get in there and go, replace this character with this actor. Remake it.
I've got the movie going in my head right now.
Like Christopher Walken playing Han Solo.
What can you tell me about the Matrix, Morpheus? I don't know, but your mother's a whore. Ho!
But it wouldn't be pills, it would be glasses of whiskey.
You wouldn't be so smart if you didn't have that gun in your head, Agent Smith. Gun in your head. Wow, I really need
man, I would remake so many films. Like I said, I'd have Christopher Walken playing Han Solo in Star Wars because he did go for the role. I'd have my Tom Selleck Raiders of the Lost Ark. I would do it.
I made the Kessel Run in 5 minutes.
It needs more cowboy oil. No, but that's kind of great. But yes, I would like to start a campaign, and this is the amount of this is my maximum amount of effort for this campaign. Live action adaptation of the Black Cauldron. Give it a nice rewrite. Yes. There you go. Maybe change up the two leads in the regards to make them less stereotypical. Like maybe make the princess bit more, age him up a little bit, make her a bit more competent. Make him
Gurgi Australian.
Yep, Australian. Yep.
Steal that pig. I'm going to.
John Jarrett, the lead from Wolf Creek, would be my choice.
No, Aussie man.
Aussie man reviews. Yeah.
Just don't.
That's a wig while he's wearing. It's a wig.
Don't even give him a script. Just say, okay. Here, this is where Gurgi's at. You just say whatever you want. We'll just animate his mouth.
He's fantastic. That
guy. He's amazing.
Sometimes when he does his interviews, I think he throws celebrities off.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
He does. Like they had Pamela Anderson. He was interviewing Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson recently, and Liam Neeson was kind of cottoning on to the jokes, but she was oblivious.
I don't know what's going on.
She's like, who is this dude? Like.
Okay. Pamela Anderson in The Naked Gun was so funny. Like her real talent is comedy.
Yeah.
And I say this as somebody who said that Pamela Anderson doesn't have any talent except for the ones that got attached to her chest and then Doctors Enhanced. But I take it back. Seeing her in The Naked Gun and seeing her in Scary Movie 3, she is hilarious.
I tell you what, it's a bad movie, but you can tell she got good timing in Barbed Wire as well. The movie she did with Tamura Morrison, like in that action film.
Oh my gosh!
If you go back and rewatch that, and you go, "Oh no, this is a total parody on that genre. Like it's not played straight."
She has got my favorite bloopers of all time from that movie. She has a gun and she's talking to somebody, and she turns and you just hear the gun like whack this guy in the head, just whack. And she turns her. She never breaks character. She goes to her bike. She gets on, and she's just like this the whole time. And then the director goes, "Cut!" And she goes, "Oh my god, I am so sorry." Just for one thing, okay,
genuine,
holding the not breaking for one thing is hard, but she was so professional in that, and then she was just so distraught after because you could see it on her face. I'm so sorry.
I would say cast her in the Black Cauldron, but I don't know who she should play.
The witches.
I don't want her to be witches.
No, her.
Maybe she could be the nice one.
And I don't know. Some other.
I was going to say, someone from the supermodel from the 80s.
Yeah.
Maybe get an Aussie girl in there. Get the.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Kylie Minogue. There we go.
Yeah, Kylie will do it. Yeah, she'll do anything.
Kylie and Carmen and
we've cast it.
Yeah,
there we go.
Pamela. There we go.
And
see, Disney,
really good tax credits.
$1 billion movie.
And for amazing tax credits, film it down here.
Exactly.
It's cheap. Because nobody films in Hollywood anymore. Nobody.
No.
They don't. They don't.
They're going to end up closing down those studios. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hollywood.
All right, so yeah, look, this is a film that's worth going back to. I would recommend to people if you're interested and you do like animation. There is a lot to love here, and there's a lot to not like as well. But at its heart of it, there's enough here that you could have definitely remade it as a live action film. I'd be interested if young boys around the age of 9 to 8 to 10 like this kind of film, because this is where I think the key audience is, in your maybe 8 to 12 range. That's what it's made for, right? So if you've got a kid that age, maybe watch it with them. I'd love to hear feedback on what they thought of it.
My child needs therapy right now because of the VHS Vault.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. We lose
They
all
also
the
showed him
Patreon
barbed
members.
wire, and now he's trying to hang himself.
There you go. Yeah, why is there a clone trooper in this movie? So, Tamira Morrison. So good. Except when he plays Boba Fett.
Yeah, that's
And
not
we
good.
have pretty light cycles. There you go. Anyway, I'm just rattling on. Let's finish this. Jason, next time on the VHS Vault,
Well,
we go back, right?
we go back. We've been to the future. We've been to the past. Actually, no, we've never been to the future because we've been to the past, and then we went to the past again because it's 2025, and now it's
But we're going right back into the past.
And now we're going way back into the past again because, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to close out the Back to the Future trilogy with, appropriately enough, Back to the Future Part 3. Next time.
Does it make you feel good to know Once Upon a Time in the West is set in the same universe as Back to the Future?
I didn't like that movie, but I did like
That
Doc
bit.
Brown's cameo. I thought
I'm okay with that film living in the same universe. I like the idea of those type of characters living in the same town.
I'm perfectly fine with that. After Back to the Future Part 3, it is spooky season. And I guess we can go ahead and announce that.
Please.
Well, starting out spooky season is Jace's pick. And last year, I made him sit through An American Werewolf in Paris. And he's trying to make things right this year. We're going to go and watch An American Werewolf in London, which is, quite honestly, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, like I think we need it's taken a year, but we need a palate cleanser. I'm sorry.
Yes.
So let's move it from Paris to London.
Still have stale baguettes in my mouth. Yes. After that, starting a brand new franchise, and it's a short franchise. And again, this was Jace's pick, and I'm fully behind it.
I don't know why it lets me have this much control. I just don't know.
I have no idea either. But I don't know what you were. I don't know where you came up with this because honestly, I forgot these movies even exist. We're going to be looking at the Hot Shots movie.
Ah,
the
yes.
Hot Shots sequel.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like I like them. They are probably the most goofiest of those filmmakers who did Airplane, who did Top Secret, and all that. This is probably the most goofiest. But I'm sorry, they're hilarious.
Well, this movie introduced us to just how hilarious Lloyd Bridges was.
Who's amazing in both these films.
He
absolutely steals it. And obviously, he was amazing in Airplane.
He was.
I picked the wrong week to give up sniffing glue. Amazing.
But that is coming up in the coming weeks.
No, I'm really excited
some
about
more
that,
stuff,
actually.
which is on the way.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some more horror stuff. But keep that under your hat for now.
Absolutely. I've got one of my favorite horror movies coming up at the end of October. So
Yeah, that's that's probably our key horror film for the month. That's where you put the best one, right there.
Yeah.
Well, in your opinion.
Where's my horror movies? Yeah. It's coming.
Yeah, there's plenty of that. And you know what? One day I will say, I think, and we'll look at that in 2026 because I've got some homework to do in regards to what films you've done your share of films for 2026. I've got some to add. For some reason, I've been thinking about Hellraiser a lot recently.
Let's do it.
I don't know why, but I think that's coming up in our future, Jace.
That is a movie series that has had some very highs and some lows and then some lowers and then holy God, how did it get even lower than that? It can't get any worse. And whoa, look at it go. It's going straight to Hades.
Dude, look at the films franchises we've covered in the past.
Yeah.
That seems pretty on brand for us.
Yeah.
So,
who knows?
He's like, I really don't want to do that.
Maybe we'll go through hell in 2026. Maybe we won't. Who knows?
Maybe we won't.
Who knows?
And then, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to say, ladies and gentlemen, we like money, so please join our Patreon and help fund this
That's
nonsense here on the VHS Vault. You can join and support us for as little as $5 a month or more, preferably more. Or
10
you can
times
become
more.
a YouTube channel member and get these videos early. Patreons get them early as well, and it's a party. It's a party, and everybody's invited. Just bring $5 for cover.
Oh, this is the nightclub roped off section. You're getting stuff that the rest of the poor schlobs there trying to pick up a
That's
date.
right. Yes.
You're getting access to the Hennessy, to the what's the name of a good champagne, Jason? I don't drink.
I don't drink. I don't know.
No. But yeah,
Not a freaking
part of the
lush
cool
like you
kids.
are.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. It's you either get breastfed or you get fed on tap. Nice lager.
What are you even talking about? What?
Well, you're saying that, I'm a lush, I'm Australian. So you're either
Ah.
breastfed as a baby or you'll put straight on tap. Usually a
Oh,
nice lager.
I think tap water because I'm not a lush.
Oh, no, you do not drink the tap water here. No. No. We make Erin Brockovich tap water seem good. Like it's bad here. You don't do it. You boil it. All
It's
good.
venomous, just like that.
All right. We don't have a good way to end the show, folks. This has been pretty evident over the next couple of years, and this episode's no different.
We should have ended this 10 minutes ago, so let's just stop it now.